Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back, and today we're going to take a look at two new starter decks that have been unveiled for Digimon TCG. The Gallantmon and UlforceVeedramon starter decks have been set to release in Japan on April 23rd. And even though we don't have a full card list as of yet, we did get a sneak peek at 3 new cards per pack that are game changers when they finally release in the US. But before we dive into that, if you are new here and you like what you see, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, make sure you turn on your notifications, that way you'll be alerted when I upload new content. Alright, let's jump into this. With each starter deck, we'll just get this out of the way, you are going to get the main featured monster, a new card work for that. So for Gallantmon, he's an 11,000 DP, 11 play cost, 3 digivolve cost, red obviously. Comes with security attack +1, and when attacking, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 4,000 DP or less. If this effect does not delete a Digimon, this Digimon gains plus 3,000 DP until the end of turn. Essentially, I mean, this is your standard aggro red, but he also comes with some, field manipulation, being able to control what your opponent still has on the field. The ability to delete a 4,000 DP or less Digimon every time it attacks is actually really good, and I can see this having a very good matchup against like Rookie Rush decks, because you basically, as soon as you can get them on the field, if you can get them on the field, which that's the next thing is, there is a faster way to get these Digimon on the field. Maybe not so much with Rookie Rush decks, but if you can get him to the field against a Rookie Rush deck, you can kind of hold back that flood of rookies by deleting Digimon every turn. But even if you don't delete anything, he gets 3,000 DP and becomes a heavy beater. So you can swing into your opponent's larger Digimon, you can swing into the security with less fear. So he's kind of a well-rounded, good little aggro Digimon, especially with the security attack +1. On the UlforceVeedramon starter deck, you get he's 12,000 DP, 12 play cost, and a 4 digivolve cost, so he's a little bit more expensive for only a slight more power gain naturally. And his effect, when digivolving, return one of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon to their hand, trash all the digivolution cards of that Digimon, and when attacking, once per turn, while you have 8 or more cards in your hand, unsuspend this Digimon. So his digivolve effect, again, allows you to kind of delete some of your opponent's champions or rookies, and get rid of their digivolution sources and all that. But his when attacking essentially means once per turn, as long as you're holding 8 cards in your hand, he gets to attack twice. So pretty much every turn he's a double attacker, which is another step towards this like aggro blue, which is a really popular thing right now with the prebuilt cards, the prebuilt decks. So this is a very aggro blue card. And having him, be a 12,000 DP and be able to swing twice per turn, that's pretty cool. That's actually a fairly decent Digimon, and I could see some of this being integrated into the meta once these cards do release over here in the US. They'll probably be in the Japan's meta before then. Alright, so now on to the exciting bit. So first, we have 2 new rookie Digimon with some amazing new effects. The new Guilmon and veemon rookie cards both have your turn while your opponent has a level 6 or higher Digimon, you may digivolve this Digimon into either Gallantmon for Guilmon or UlforceVeedramon for veemon in your hand for a digivolution cost of 4, ignoring its digivolution requirements. This is essentially a warp digivolve ability, taking you from your level 3 Guilmon and veemons to your level 6 Gallantmons and UlforceVeedramons, like that, for a 4 cost digivolution, which is not a whole lot, and essentially gives you, especially if you've been outpaced by your opponent who's already got a level 6 on the field, because that's the requirement. Your opponent has to have a level 6 on the field then you can basically speed up your digivolution into your level 6 Gallantmon or UlforceVeedramon, and basically turn the tables on your opponent, and now you've got a big body on the field. It isn't necessarily like if you're behind, you can do this. It's just if your opponent has a level 6. I'm just saying this can give you some real quick advantage, level the playing field if you are behind. But at the same time, just if you had like a deck comprised of these, playing like a Guilmon and veemon mixed deck with these new warp digivolving abilities, you could easily, as soon as your opponent plays one level 6, now you're able to spawn level 6s left and right, which that's pretty cool too. So I could definitely see these becoming big players in the new meta. And then lastly, they introduced 2 new champion level Digimon with, while not new effects, it's definitely a new useful combo of security and on-play effects. I believe this is the first time they've had Digimon with both a security effect and an on-play effect. The new geogreymon, red geogreymon, and a blue coredramon. So the geogreymon has your typical security at the end of battle, play this card without paying its memory cost, meaning if he's in your security and your opponent attacks you, does a security check, and you flip this geogreymon, they have to deal with that. One, depending on who you're playing, that could be, especially if it's a rookie rush deck, the rookies usually have 5,000 at best. But either way, this card ends up going to your battlefield at the end of that exchange, and now you have a new monster on the field. And because it's basically played on your opponent's turn, on your turn, he's ready to go. There's no summoning sickness, nothing like that. And then it has the on-play effect of delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 4,000 DP or less. So not only are you acquiring a new Digimon to the field, basically getting card advantage, you're deleting one of your opponent's 4,000 DP or less off their field and accruing yourself even more advantage this way. I know it's not like a broken record. I keep saying like, this could be good against Rookie Rush. That's because Rookie Rush is like the #1 meta deck right now. It took the #1 spot at last weekend's tournament, so it is like the deck to beat. And so being able to just delete 4,000 and less means you're getting rid of advantage that they have to kind of crash into you and overwhelm you. You're also having your own monsters on the field that you can swing into theirs on your turn. So that's the geogreymon. On the coredramon, it's a security, same thing. So it comes to your field at the end of the security battle. And then the on-play effect is trigger draw 2. So you not only get a monster onto the field, but you also get to draw 2 more cards, giving you whatever advantage, because drawing cards, having more cards means you have more things to play. Especially in some cases where maybe you haven't been able to evolve. You've drawn kind of poorly and you don't have anything to digivolve into, because you got to remember the only time you draw cards is the beginning of your turn or when you digivolve. So if you've got a stale hand and you're not able to play anything, digivolve anything, you're not getting card advantage. So this can reinvigorate or just give you more advantage over what you had previously. And because it's a security play Digimon, it literally can come out of the blue. No one's expecting it. And boom, now you've got a 5,000 DP champion on the field, and you got to draw 2 more cards. So this is a really interesting new combo effects, which I think is going to see some really good play, because not only are we concerning ourselves with having Digimon to attack with and blockers to defend ourselves with, but now we can stack our security to also defend us and give us more advantage against our opponent. So it's just a new way to play in the game, which I think is freaking awesome. Alright, well, that was it. Those are the 2 new starter decks. Those are the 3 revealed cards, I guess probably the only really important cards that are going to be in those decks. The rest of the deck list is probably going to be compromised of either replayed cards from other things, or maybe they will make new cards, but they're just basic vanillas and regular, you know, just run-of-the-mill type Digimon. Nothing big. But, you know, let me know what you think. You know, if you, which one do you like best? You like Gallantmon? You like the UlforceVeedramon? Which way are you leaning? What do you think about the new Warp Digivolution base? Essentially, it's not being called that, but that's essentially what it is. You know, what do you think of the new security on-play combo effects? You know, what do you think you know, how do you think our meta is going to turn out once these cards do finally release over here? Anyways, just leave all your thoughts down in the comments. I'd love to hear what you guys think. And as always, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Peace. And, ooh, alternate art Lilithmon. Oh my god. That is beautiful. Look at that. I hope I can get that to show up. Look at that. Oh my god. That is a beautiful card.